Welcome, guys. Welcome. It's me. I know y'all like, who is me? Well, some of y'all might not know me, but after today, you will. So have a seat and enjoy this. But y'all probably already sitting down, so stand up. Forget it. Everybody stand up and clap for me. It's about to be wonderful. Welcome to Gutbuster Entertainment's Juan the Comedian. I don't give a donkey balls. Yes, that's right. I don't give a donkey balls today. Everything I say, I'm going to say it from my heart and from my balls. So get it right. And it's going to be parental advisory. I know you're like, how's it going to be parental advisory, Juan? You don't even cuss. Well, I say cock, balls, whore, vagina, your mama's flat, and pussy. And I think if you say that around dinner time, you'll get smacked. So some of them words is vulgar. That's why it's parental guidance. So let's get to it. A lot of things pissing me off, man. I'm tired of ungrateful people. You know that? I gave a bum some money. He gonna look at me and say, that's it? I said, give me my 50 cent back. That's why you a bum. You had nothing before. Pissing me off, man. Everybody's ungrateful. Even Salvation Army. I went and brought them some clothes. They looked at it and said, never mind. How you gonna tell my clothes never mind? You got all these old penny loafers. Just because my turtleneck is 10 years old, take it. Somebody need it. And then, a female, after she sucked my donkey, then she's going to say, Juan, are you going to feed me? I looked at her and said, how many times you want to eat today? Ungrateful, man. You just starving or what? Very ungrateful. I be having a lot of crazy things going in my mind sometimes. I be looking at my son, and I be wanting to smack him in the back of his head just because he look like his mother. I'm like, didn't I tell you I don't want to see her anymore? Come back looking like somebody else. Sometimes I'll be wanting to have a conversation with my mom and be like, are you sure that's my daddy? I don't think I'm mixed with Puerto Rican. I don't talk Spanish or nothing. I never had a Mexican girlfriend or nothing like that. Maybe I need one. Sometimes I'll be wanting to call my ex-girlfriend and be like, your new boyfriend look like your granddaddy, and just hang up. Do it real fast. A lot of things piss me off. Like, I don't got no beard, no mustache, but I know I'm getting old. I can tell by bags under my eyes. I be going to sleep for 17 hours just so they could go away. And then I wake up, I'm like, it's still there? How long do I gotta sleep? So I've been in the house all weekend, just snoring. I love being single. I really do. I just hate dating. Dating sucks. Because a lot of females don't know how to cook nowadays. I'm tired of going over female houses, gotta act like I'm allergic to everything. Juan, do you want some spaghetti? I'm allergic to noodles. Juan, do you want some steak? Steak give me AIDS. I got a lot with everything. I went to one female house and she had some good food, but she didn't make it. Her mother did. I'm like, so I got to sleep with a mother to get some good food? It's outrageous. Females look you right in your face and they'll lie to you. Female go say, Juan, I'm telling you right now, I will be the best wife you ever had. And she just lied. Because I looked her in her face and I said, you're not even a good mistress. I tell you stop calling after 7 o'clock and you still call. You was hard-headed. Never going to win like that. I had this one female. She was like, Juan, I would love to walk down the aisle with you one day. I said, oh, really? So we went to Safeway. And I held her hand, and then we walked down aisle 7, and then we got some ketchup. And then I continued to hold her hand, and we went to aisle 8 and got some cereal. And I said, do you love this or not? I hope it's special. That's the only aisle you walking down with me in. Unless we going to Costco. But now, I don't have to worry about relationships. I really don't. Because I am Juan the CEO. And I used to be Juan the security guard. That job sucks, man, I'm telling you. I used to be a security guard for a hospital and felt like a custodian because you got the keys to the microwave and then you also got keys to the morgue. And yes, they give you keys to the microwave because them people, they be stealing in there. But with the morgue, this is how it's supposed to be done. It's called a code gray. And then you go there, and I was working nighttime, guys. And then there's somebody, I guess the Undertaker or Hulk Hogan, somebody's at the bottom, waiting. And then they open up the door. Well, you supposed to open up the door with the key. And then you go inside the autopsy room and open up the other door. It's like the freezer with the dead bodies in. And then you're supposed to let them come and grab the body. And then you're supposed to have them zip it and look at the toe tag and make sure they got the right body and just write the name and walk out and lock up. Well, let me tell you what I did. I met the Hulk Hogan, the Undertaker, And I just gave them the key and just said, as long as you come back with one body outside this door, I'm all right. I won't report you. They didn't pay me enough for that, man. I'm not a mortician. Kind of crazy. I had another job. I used to be wanted the registered voter. That job sucks because it was in the summertime. Have you ever stood outside of a supermarket and were like, do you want to register to vote for the new president? Do you want to? Everybody, they don't care. They walking right past you. They want some ice cream, and they're going there for a reason. They wanted to vote. They were vote online. It's crazy. I used to be wanted the Kirby vacuum cleaner seller man. That job sucked too. Now I'm thinking about it, all my jobs sucked. That's why I haven't worked in so long. Well, this is what's supposed to happen when you work for them. You hop in this white van with these white men, and everybody in the back is mostly minority or something like that. And then they'll drive you to some rich hills or something like that, and then they'll drop you off one by one, though. And then they'll continue to drive off and have lunch or something like that and smoke a cigarette, who knows. And then you're supposed to go and knock on these people's doors by yourself. And when they open up the door, you're supposed to say, hello, I am here to clean up your house, any room for free for 1 hour. Just to show you how wonderful my vacuum is. And then if they let you do it, then you go in there, you clean it up, and when it's over, they say, oh, this vacuum is wonderful. How much is it? And then you tell them it's $4,000, and then they kick you out. So you're basically doing work for free. And so let me tell you how I did it. When I got dropped off, I just went to one door, and when they said no, I just kept the vacuum right there, and I just walked to the BART. I said, you know what? But I don't have to take this. This is ridiculous. I don't know what. So I'm so happy to be Juan the comedian, actually Juan the CEO. This is great. This is great. And it happened because I used to be Juan the warehouse worker, too. I did that job, and that job was all right. But I failed. I broke my back, and I shouldn't have went to overtime. That's what happened. I went on a Saturday, and that was my fault. I'm going to learn for the next time. I love my mom, but she don't know everything. She told me like 2 weeks ago, Juan, you wasn't meant to work for other people. You was meant to be your own boss. And I looked at her, I said, I told you. All them years I went to school for what? I should have dropped out in 3rd grade. I should have been knew they didn't know nothing. When they told me that chimpanzees is monkeys, and when they said lions is the king of the jungle, I should have known. That's not true at all. A lion don't even live in the jungle, and a chimpanzee is an ape. I'm getting smarter. I should have known when they told me Jesus was white. But you know, when you're younger, you don't trust your religion. You're like, hold on, I'm scared of this. People ask me, Juan, why are you so good at everything you do? I'm like, have you ever played in the church before? You got to be good. I'm telling you right now, if you're not good, you getting the boot. I was playing organ one time. The bishop stood up and said, who is playing this funeral music? I said, I thought I was praising God. But they didn't understand. I was the drummer when there was no organist. That's terrible, too. Have you ever played drums in the church and nobody playing the organ? Everybody just playing tambourines and stamping their feet? That don't sound good either. So I said, okay, well, I will play the organ for the Lord. And I got on the organ, and then the bishop clowned me. So I said, I'm not going to church anymore. All right, back to my mom not knowing everything. When I was in school, they sent me to a school called Continuation. And if anybody like me has been there, nothing about school that they continue. Should be called continue to let down your parents, or continue to act like you're going to school, and then when they leave, stay home and invite a female over. It should be called that. Continue to smoke drugs at lunchtime, because they don't teach you anything there. So I said, forget that. I'm not going to do this. I dropped out. And then I tried to do pharmacy technician and be a pharmacy tech. And that was good. I tried that a little bit and helped me with my math, and I was able to sell drugs a little better. But I didn't like that either. They put me in a pharmacy area, and I was too tempted not to touch the drugs, but to touch the money out of the cash register. I said, I got to leave. This is not for me. I got Jesus in my heart. But before I finish talking about my lovely mother, I did fulfill a promise to her. I told her, before you die, I'm going to walk across the stage. Now, she saw me walk across a comedy stage. I thought she was going to see me walk across a high school stage, but hey, everything don't work out for the good. I think that's what they say. Or the good don't work out for everything. One of those things. But yeah, I love you, mother. Now I'm back to the rawness of the streets. I love having my own business, really. You know, I got Juan Boxing Club and giving massages. I added that to it. I'm telling you, I can understand why fellas don't want their girls to box with me. I'm telling you, I be feeling all on their wives, their sisters, and everybody. Well, don't listen. If you want to get boxing from me, I'm very professional. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that. Only if you never gonna come, then listen to it. All right, back to females. Had another female. She was in the church just like me. And we went on a few dates. No, I thought we went to nice restaurants. I thought we did. And we didn't have no alcohol because, you know, she a church lady and all that stuff. So, but she was always talking about I turned her on. But she never really gave me no affection. So I'm like, how do I turn you on? And she was like, Juan, I want to do it, but I just don't want to have a baby out of wedlock. And I told her, well, you know my mom is a pastor. You know I was raised better than that. I don't want a baby out of wedlock either. We can have a baby out of Turlock or Albany or Antioch. I don't know, but I don't know where wedlock is at. Wedlock sounds very racist. I don't want my son to get pulled over by the wedlock police or graduate from wedlock high. So I just follow that, and now we have sex and just move to Turlock. This world is crazy. Like I was saying, past year or so, with all the protests and COVID and everything, everybody hating the police. And I understand. I used to hate the police too, until I started sleeping with one. And I realized, hey, they're pretty cool. Just give them a shot. So I did, didn't it? It really didn't work out either, though, because she used to tell all her coworkers about my big old donkey and stuff and the nasty things she used to do to me. And I had to let her go. She's a snitch. She's a rat. I don't do that. No good. I had sex with a missionary. She told on me, too. It was crazy because my mother was a pastor. So imagine that. The missionary saying she sucked the pastor's son's dick, and I got to tell my mom I didn't have no emotion with it. It was just me trying it out. I think it worked, though. I think it worked. But I learned that I got that tattletale donkey. You know, females can't have my donkey be quiet. Every time they got it, they got to tell everybody. I wonder what's in there. I think something sweet. Well, a female told me that, but because she used to always swallow it. And I was like, are you hungry? Well, maybe it was just because I was sweet. And then I took her out to eat. And the way she was eating that food, I realized, yeah, I'm not special. She's just hungry. I tried to date a fat girl, and it really didn't work out either. And it wasn't bad because she was fat, but everything she did was fat. Like, she sat up fat. She went to bed fat. She was snoring fat. She walked fat. Our conversations was even fat. Like, what you want to do? I want to go and eat, or I want to go and have some dessert, or I want to go and have dessert and eat. I'm like, hold on, isn't that all the same thing? So I had to leave her alone for somebody who just want to walk and eat once a day. I told you I don't give a donkey balls. And you can't. We in COVID. Y'all can't even see my face. I had to do this in a booth. It's crazy outside. So make sure you protect yourself. Put on your face mask. You want to know how bad your breath smells? Breathe into your face mask. It smells terrible, man. I'm telling you. I had to get this female a whole 6-pack just to have a conversation with her. And I ain't talking about gum. I'm talking about 6 packs of face masks at the same time on her face. And then we was able to talk. And as soon as I took one off, she was just talking crap for the rest of the conversation. For 18 years now, or 19, let me do my math. I told you I dropped out of pharmacy and school. I think 18. So for 18 years now, I haven't been cussing. You know, I don't cuss, and I was raised, you don't have to do all sins, so that's why I say I don't give a donkey balls. That's how I cuss you out. Because sometimes you still got to get that point across. And I got a famous word called Lewis. But it's not your brother Lewis. No, it's Luwiz, you know. Lewis Scott. You know, you probably heard that before, but like, If somebody say something to you and you don't want to cuss and you trying to get out of it, just do what I do. Like, so you fatter than Lewis, or your breath stink like a Lewis. You know what I'm saying? But you can switch it up, though. You can say, baby, you look sexy like a Lewis. Or, your booty bigger than a Lewis. So, you can do all that, man. Learn to explore. You don't have to be like everybody else. But if you use my word, you got to say you know me. I don't want to be in Miami and then I'm hearing them say, oh, man, that's doper than Lewis. I'm like, excuse me, do you know me? Or you a thief? Because I got a trademark now, so you can't take nothing from Gut Busted Entertainment. And if you do, I'm going to be like a white man and sue you. But you can have it for free. Talking about church, watch what you pray for. You just might get it. I prayed, I said, God, please, I'm tired of sleeping with missionaries. Can you just give me one freak? I want to do some stuff I saw in porn. And then I got one. She was sucking on my donkey, and I was like, oh, yeah. She started sucking on my balls, and I was like, oh, yeah. Then she started sucking on my butt, and I wanted to slap her first. And then I ended up saying, oh, yeah. I'm like, Daisy, get out of here. The devil sent you. She over here turning me out. So I called the devil the next day and said, can you send her back? I'm not sure I made the right choice at the time. I've been doing comedy for 2 years now. But one of those years, it was COVID. So I've really been doing comedy only 1 year. And it's crazy because the comedians don't stick together. Everybody be hating on each other. Y'all know how the Bay Area is. So I do, and I hang with what I know best. The females, they always do me right. But female comedians, they look like WNBA players. They look like the females that you'll hop a gate with and steal your next door neighbor fruits in the backyard when you were little. They look like the ones that the cousins you could punch in the face and the auntie didn't care and never got mad at you. They look like those types. So I just say, forget it. I'll start my own brand and bring it to the comedy world. I got one son, one child. I don't know how many abortions I have. They never told me. So until they do, I just got one child. I guess some female thought it was worth keeping my seed, and I'm so glad she did because he's wonderful. He would be 12 March 12th. And I taught him how to read, how to write, potty trained him, everything. And in 3rd grade, he won a spelling bee. I was so excited. I was doing cartwheels, and I can't even do it. I was just jumping up and down, flip-flopping, like, go get him, son. You're the champion of the world. Kill him, destroy him. Shoot him in the back of the head. I was saying all the murderous stuff in there. Now, I shouldn't have did it because it was all 3-year-olds and, 3rd graders. And I didn't care. I just wanted him to be victorious, and I knew he was going to kill him, and he did. And he did. He won a bike, and I was so proud of him. But then I realized that when we did basketball boot camp, I forgot to teach him how to play sports because he was terrible. It didn't work out for him. I don't know what he was playing. It seemed like he was playing golf or something on there, but definitely wasn't basketball. And I'm sitting next to the other parents, and they're like, my son right there, number 45, was the varsity 28, 19-17-4 champion. And then the other parent like, yes, my son right there, number 17, was a 3-point champion 5 years in a row. And I was like, my son right there that's sitting down on the bench, he won a spelling bee last year, and I'm telling you right now, he could outread any kid right now. He is a book warrior. They can't handle him. And so I tried to do sports with him. I said, forget it. You're going to learn how to do boxing. So teach him boxing, but he act like that's punishment too. He like, Dad, we got to box. He good at it, but he pout. So he don't understand. I wish that I was him when I was younger, You know how many times I wanted to box with somebody that was a man? I was tired of hitting my sisters in the face. I used to get in trouble all the time. I love where I'm from. I feel like I'm an adopted son in Pittsburgh, California, downtown, West 10th Street. I try to help out the neighborhood, the block, we call it, and the fellas there. But I realized that some people just really stuck in the ways and really ghetto. They never seen nothing else. They never left the ghetto. Put up to the block one day, see my boy. Say, hey, man, get in. Let's go and get something to eat. I'm starving. I know you're hungry. You're always out here. And he like, no, I'm cool. I don't want to miss nothing. And in my mind, I'm like, you've been out here 100 years and you don't got nothing, but what are you going to miss? You looking for Jesus or something? So forget it. Came back the next day. It was still out there. Opened the car. I said, man, check this out. You better get in the car, nigga, right now. So he got in the car, and then we went to my favorite spot in the world, Applebee's. I love Applebee's, but my bartender left, so I might have to go back to Chili's. But we went to Applebee's, and we sat down, and the waiter came, and she was beautiful. She was sexy. I forgot what her name was, but she was beautiful. If you hearing this, you was beautiful. Okay, back to the story. So she asked what I wanted. I told her. And then he said what he wanted. He said, can you give me that salmonella? And I'm, salmonella? She said, huh? And I was like, huh? And like, yeah, can I get that salmonella? So I said, point to it. And then he pointed. And I'm like, you mean salmon? Oh, I'm not taking you anywhere in public no more. I'm going to leave you on the block. You ain't about to disrespect me in public. I was this close to getting to that waiter, but she walked away. She was like, I'm not about to hang with stupid people like this. I hate being bald. Females be like, you look sexy bald. And I don't care what they say. I be like, just because you comfortable with being bald don't mean I am. I would never be comfortable. Went to the barbershop one day. He was like, it was nice knowing you. I'm like, what you mean nice knowing you? And then he started tapping on the top of my head. And it's a different hearing. It's like an echo hearing. Like you touch your hair, fellas, right now. This is how you can tell if you're going bald. Take your finger and go to the top of your head and just start playing the drums or something on top. If you feel a hollow spot and it sounds like dunk, that's a bald spot. Because hair is going to be cushioned. Might be some ladies that's listening right now and they like, you sound like a man that's been scorned by a woman. And that's not true. I've been burnt by a woman. But I had a condom on, so it didn't reach me. Nah, you can't get me. It never works. Don't worry, ladies. I haven't had nothing in my life. Never even had stitches or nothing, so don't worry about it. The whistle is clean. But I'm just so happy doing comedy. And, when you ever did something in a long time, you don't know if you're good at it still. Like, I don't know if I'm good at having sex with black girls. I've been having a lot of white meat lately, My next door neighbor white. So by default, she get the penis. I don't trust my dog getting COVID. It's crazy out there in the world. But I can't give her too much dick. Can't be too affectionate. So I'll be watching a lot of porn. And not because of COVID. I always used to watch porn. I just love porn. There's something about it. But one day I realized I don't eat pussy right. Because usually this is how I do it. I watch it, turn it on. I don't want to see him talking. I fast forward. And then I see if she's going to suck his dick sloppy or not. And then I fast forward. I fast forward him eating her pussy. And then I go to the sex part, see if it's creamy or if she's squirting. And then I fast forward. And then I see if he's going to put it in her butt or not. And then I fast forward. And then go to the end, see if she's going to swallow the nut or not. And then that's it. So I could watch a 3-hour porn in like 15 minutes. So that's how I go watch 1 million porns a day. So, but this time, I didn't have no batteries in my remote. So I just had to watch it. And it just happened to be a threesome with girls and stuff. And I was seeing her eat the pussy, and I was like, you supposed to go inside of it? Or just stay on top of the click? I did not even know. I was in the wrong area the whole time. If I knew it was that easy to eat the pussy, maybe I would eat pussy. But I gave up pussy just like school at 18. I ain't about to eat pussy no more in my life. Back to dating. I think you should date people that you match with. I tried to date a midget. That didn't work out. She got pissed off at me when I said I'm about to reach for the stars. I tried to date a girl in a wheelchair, and that didn't work out either. She got mad when I said I'm about to stand up for myself. I said, well, I don't have to take this. I'm about to walk out of here. That really pissed her off right there. She didn't like that. She threw something at me. But it was her fault. She the one told me she was going to kick me out. So I just rolled her down the front porch. She got a little ramp, and I just stayed in her house. Nobody rolled her back up there, so the whole time she was just outside screaming at me. I'm like, this is how it is to be in here without you. I love it. I'm staying. Being broke sucks. When you're broke, you don't think right. You can't even do the simplest things. I told my folks, I said, hey, but we got some hoes over here. We got weed. We got drink. We got everything. Barbecue. All we need you to do is just go to the store and get some bread and come back. And then he's going to say, all right. And then we didn't see him for like 3 weeks. And I saw him again. I'm like, man, what happened, man? You know, you faked on us and everything. He was like, I was broke. And I didn't want to go there and ask y'all for money to go back to the store in front of the females. And I looked at him right in his face and I said, yeah, good job, man. Because I wouldn't have gave you no money, but I would have embarrassed you in front of them. Man, you need to get your money right. I hate my handwriting. You know, it really pisses me off. Everything I do is in my mind. It's called pondering, guys. If you don't remember, if you was in school, it's called pondering. So I ponder and I memorize everything in my head, from music to comedy. And I hate going to the doctor's office, not because of the shot, but because of the paperwork, man. Crap, so hand be shaking like I'm scared or something. And I try to go all slow so I can write a perfect R. And it never worked. Always be chicken scratch. One day I fell at Lucky's, and I was about to sue him. I said, you know what? I'm suing y'all. And then they showed me all the paperwork I had to sign, and I said, all right, I'll let this slide, but don't let it ever happen again. I had back surgery in last October, and had to take a herniated disc out. Fell at work. And they sent me rehab. And I went to this place, and as soon as I walked in, there was nothing but old white ladies there. It was like a porn edition of the Golden Girls, and I was Wesley Pipes or something walking in there. They was all staring at me. And old females, they get at you different than young girls. They was calling me like, hey, sweet pie. Hey, ginger snaps. Hey, grandson. Grandson? Why are you winking your eye when you calling me your grandson? That was kind of weird, man. I was feeling assaulted. And then one of the ladies was like, excuse me, your garage door is open. And I know she was talking about, I was like, are you stalking me or something? You my neighbor, how you know that? I don't even have a garage door. So I just went to the bathroom, and I was about to urinate, and then I seen my zipper. I was like, oh, this is what this old nasty freak is talking about. Okay. So I'm about to play with her. So I walked back out there, and I said, did you see my Cadillac DeVille inside the garage? And she said, no, I see your Mini Cooper. I'm like, Mini Cooper? There's nothing mini in there. I got an airplane in there. I got a spaceship, but there's definitely no Mini Cooper. I just want to thank everybody for listening to the end, and great job. You should. You know, you pay for this, so don't waste your money. It's hard for a black man to do anything with support, you know. I tried to do Uber one time, and I pulled up, and then nobody got in the car, I guess because the city I was in, Castro Valley or something, Pleasanton or something. I don't want to blame my color, but I think it was my color. I think so. But my name is Juan, Juanie the Comedian, from Gut Busting Entertainment. We all up in your guts. And I personally want to say thank you for listening. It's been difficult going through life not knowing certain things and trying things out and not having faith and giving up. So I just want to let y'all know, don't give up on what y'all doing. You might not succeed the first time. I didn't succeed the first time doing comedy, first time doing music, and I still feel like it's a lot for me to go. I'm just scratching the surface. But if I never started, never did it again and again, you would never know. So I just want to say, thank y'all for purchasing. I don't give a donkey balls. Make sure y'all follow our YouTube. Make sure you follow my Instagram, Juan the Comedian. Make sure you follow Good Bustin' Entertainment Instagram. We on Facebook. We all around. Much love. Till next time. I don't give a donkey balls.
What comedian inspired you to start stand-up comedy?
Well, actually, I never really was inspired by any comedian or the comedy field because I never wanted to be a comedian. What you hear right now, the comedy that you just heard, and me on stage and stuff, that's just really like me, how I was and how I am, like around my family, loved ones, just little, growing up, talking in a funny voice, just, having personality. So I was never trying to be a comedian. I'm not like a goofy dude, like outside or nothing like that. Never been a class clown or nothing. So I never really been inspired to do it. I just decided to do stand up, and I liked it growing up. I used to watch Def Comedy Jam and all that stuff, and Lavelle Crawford. I say he was one of my favorite, but I never wanted to be a comedian, to be inspired by anybody, to look at or anything like that. So yeah, just say nobody really.
We're in a day and time where people get offended easily. So when you do your comedy, do you think about how you could offend someone, or do you even care?
Um. Well, I don't on a nope. I don't care because everything I'm talking about is like my life and things like that. So if they was in my life and something happened, I ain't saying names. If I'm talking about my life, people might think it's them anyway, even if it's not. If I'm doing jokes about wheelchair people and people in a wheelchair, you got to know again, this is comedy, and I'm a comedian, so it's all about jokes. Because in real life, nobody disrespecting nobody from anywhere. I'm all about respect. So in real life, no, I'm never trying to disrespect nobody or nothing like that. But when it comes to the comedy world, no, I don't give a donkey balls.
People love it when you can relate to them. So what makes your comedy relatable to people's situation and or experiences?
Well, I feel like I say things, and you hear people say that they say things that other people think, but I really do say things that you think, or I say things that you don't know that's possible. And then you hear it and just put it in a funny way, but it's about sharing your life. I want somebody, when they hear me, either on stage or right now, with this, I want people to leave knowing something about me. I want them to feel like they know me. If you listen to me and you left and you feel like you know nothing about me, you don't feel like that we connected, then I'm not doing my job. So I feel like everything should be relatable, the same as me. Somebody grab my attention, whether it's music, whether it's comedy, whatever. I gotta feel like I learned something from you. I know something about you. I could follow a storyline or something like that, you know?
A lot of comics' goal is to, be on the big stage and be on Def Jam and go up and do their thing. What is your goal for comedy? Do you see yourself being on the big stage? Do you want to be on the big stage?
No, my goal is to just be successful. With gut busting entertainment, it don't even have to be me. If one of us wins, we all win. So if one of my artists makes it, I don't even need to do comedy ever again or rap ever again or something like that. It's just that I'm doing my part and pushing it, that somebody, one of us gonna be seen, and if one of us, we all make it. I would love to, of course, perform in front of a big crowd, in front of a stadium, stuff like that, just for the energy, the crowd, just to see how I do and stuff like that. Of course, you want your name to be known, and everybody love you and stuff like that. But overall, if I'm able to help people out in life and help people do dreams and fulfill dreams and thoughts that they never thought they can do and they actually doing, that's more successful to me than picking a place to perform at.
What advice can you give up and coming artists such as yourself that is doing this comedy thing and have experienced some things that were good and some things that weren't good? What would you tell them?
Don't stop. You know, you're going to have your shows where one or two people there, and then you might have your shows with a few hundred. It's going to seem like charity work a lot of times. You're going to do a lot of free shows. You ain't getting paid for it. Look at it as practice. Look at it as exposure. Look at it as you working your craft. You're going to have a lot of turn downs. You're going to have people you reach out to and they don't reach back. And you're going to have those where they doing comedy shows and they doing it with the same people all the time. Every show they put down the same people. So they're not trying new people. They're not doing nothing like that. So all I'll say is don't worry about none of those things. Focus on your craft. Respect the ones that respect you. Support the ones that support you. And just make it happen. And you will succeed if your hustle is right, your mind is right, and your heart is right.